we have Team Persona versus the Blade Breakers. This is going to be crazy, people. You know, we have two completely different generations of Beyblade right here. We have the first generation of Beyblade, Bakuten Shoot Beyblade, guys, versus the latest generation Beyblade X. Guys, we're going to see the evolution of Beyblade to see how far these bays have come. Today's video is truly going to be something special, guys. We have so many fan favorite bays in today's video. We have Kai with Dranzer, Tyson with Dragoon, Max with Draciel, Ray with Drigger, Daichi with Dragoon versus Team Persona with Carmen X with Dran Sword, you know, Bird Kazami with Hellscythe, and Nananairo Multi with both of her bays, Night Shield and Wizard Arrow. But before we continue today's video, people, don't forget to smash that like button down below because this video is going to be absolutely bonkers, guys, and it helps out my videos a lot, so any help would be appreciated. So to continue today's marathon, guys, we're going to be using so many stadiums in today's video. So of course we're going to be using the Beyblade X stadium, that's mandatory. We're also going to be using Metal Fight Beyblade's BB10 stadium because that stadium is awesome, guys. Then of course the Burst Pro Series stadium, and then finally we have my Tornado Attack stadium. I haven't used this stadium on this channel for a long time now, but yes, people, it is finally back. So today's video is going to be absolutely insane. Multiple stadiums, insane knockouts, crazy burst finishes. Like I said, guys, today's video is truly going to be something special. So first up, people, we have our Dragoon MS versus Dran Sword, people. Let's go. Yes, people, so let's see if our Dran Sword can defeat our Dragoon MS. Don't forget, Dragoon MS has a rubber performance tip, so in the X stadium is going to be very hard to knock out. As we're seeing right now, Dran Sword seems to be struggling a little bit, but Dran Sword will probably win. You know, Dragoon MS has a rubber tip, so naturally it's going to tank these attacks, but poor stamina, so Dragoon's probably going to go down. And okay, no, fair enough, but equalizing, Dragoon actually might win by spin finish. Okay, nah, that's wrong, Dragoon went down. Fair enough, guys, but that first round was pretty awesome, guys, so it's time to move on to round 2. Hopefully our Dragoon MS can get a knockout on Dran Sword in the stadium because Dragoon MS, come on guys, you guys already know, Dragoon is my favorite base grid in the entire franchise. So I naturally want Dragoon to win, but at the same time, Dran Sword is new, so I want to see Dran Sword win as well, guys. Like, the feeling I get from Dran Sword is that it's an instant classic. Like, I love Dran Sword already, and I've only owned it for like almost a month now because I got it from the pre-release stuff with Bai, but still, guys, this bay is amazing. Alright, cool, so it does seem like both these bays are on low stamina again. I want Dragoon to win, but most likely Dran Sword's going to win, and Dran Sword wins by spin finish. Fair enough, people. So it's time to move on to round 3. Hopefully Dragoon will get a knockout, but it's looking unlikely, guys. I feel like Dragoon might be able to get knockouts in other stadiums, but maybe not the X stadium. Yeesh, look at the power behind Dran Sword right now, guys. Maybe Dran Sword might get a knockout this round. Then again, it seems like he's burnt a lot of stamina, so this round will probably go to Dragoon MS. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's going to be a spin finish, and Dran Sword's going to win. Now, that's the thing about rubber flat tips, guys. It kind of bamboozles you all the time. Like, it seems like it's on low stamina, but then you remember it's a rubber tip and it loses stamina very fast. And rubber bait always ends up losing. So, yeah, this round will probably go to Dran Sword. And, yep, it goes to Dran Sword, people. Fair enough. Anyway, people, it's time to move on to our next challenger. So, next up, we had Drigger MS versus Wizard Arrow. Now, this is going to be an absolutely crazy matchup, guys. Let's go. Whoa, okay, what the hell, people? That was absolutely insane, guys. Yeah, Drigger MS managed to burst our Wizard Arrow. I didn't see that coming at all, but I guess, people, it's time to move on to round 2. Let's go. Hopefully Drigger MS will win again by burst finish because that first round was awesome, guys, but this round does seem like it's a bit more passive than the first round, so this round will probably end in a spin finish. Yo, this actually seems kind of close. Actually, nah, I'm wrong. So Drigger MS is probably going to lose, and Drigger MS loses. Fair enough, people. So it's time to move on to our next challenger. So of course, next up, we have the battle of the defense tabs. We have Draciel MS versus Night Shield. Oh no, bro, my bad, guys. Draciel MS is currently caught on the X ridge. Okay, thank God. Thank God, guys. Night Shield hit and he came back down to the center. But unfortunately, Draciel MS seems like it burned way too much stamina when it was caught on the ridge right there. So this round will probably go to Night Shield. Yeah, Draciel doesn't like it's about to die, so... Okay, no, my bad, it's still in, yeah. Okay, now it's dead. Cool, fair enough, guys. So this round goes to Nat Shield wins by spin finish. It's time for our second round. Hopefully, Draciel can burst on Nat Shield. I feel like it's possible, but there's only one way to find out, people. So it's time for the next round, and let's go. Now that's what I'm talking about, guys. Rest in peace on that shield. Draciel MS managed to get the burst finish right there. That was absolutely insane, people. But it's time to move on to our next challenger. So next up, we have Hellscythe versus Dranzer MS. Let's go, people. Holy nah, people, that was absolutely insane. Hellscythe tried to do an extreme dash finish and it burst itself in the process. Nah, that was crazy, people. Well, of course, it's time to move on to round 2. Let's go. Hopefully, Dranzer will continue to burst Hellscythe because Dranzer MS is one of my favorite plays of all time. But yes, guys, we're seeing Dranzer go crazy right now. Hellscythe actually seems a bit more passive. Okay, now Hellscythe is making those counter attacks. Although this does seem kind of close, Dranzer will probably go down, and Dranzer is down. Fair enough, guys. So it's time to move on to our third round, man. Dranzer MS is still the GOAT, bro. What the hell? Look for power behind that knockout. That knockout was insane. That was brutal. Yeah, as always, guys, Dranzer MS does not disappoint. But it's time to move on to our next challenger. So next up, we have Dragoon MS UV. That's right, guys. Dragoon Metal Storm Ultimate version versus Draciel. Now, this matchup is going to be, as always, completely crazy, guys. Right, cool, people. So both of these titans are on low stamina. This round will probably go to Draciel. You know, Dragoon MSUV is on Grip Flat Ultimate version. It's a sick attack tip, but it burns stamina too easily. So yeah, this round will probably go to Draciel, and Draciel wins. Fair enough. So it's time to move on to our next round, people. Let's go. Yeah, guys, so Draciel will probably win again, and Draciel wins. Fair enough, people. So next up, it's time to move on to our BB10 stadium. So this is going to be, once again, crazy. So next up, we have Nat Shield versus Draciel MS. Yo, rest in peace, Nat Shield, man. Draciel MS is a menace in the BB10 stadium, guys. That knockout was absolutely bonkers. But of course, we're going to be moving on to round 2. Yikes, so fair enough, people. Nat Shield managed to get his revenge against Draciel MS for the previous round. But yes, people, it's time to move to round 3. Hopefully, Draciel MS can make a comeback, but your Nat Shield seems like he's out of blood right now. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, fair enough, people. So Draciel MS is done for. So it's time to move on to our next challenger for today's video. So next up, we have our Drigger MS versus Wizard Arrow. Yep, rest in peace, Wizard Arrow. What an absolutely insane knockout from our Drigger MS right there. But it's time for our next round. Let's go, people. Hey, yo, what the hell? Nah, that knockout was crazy. Drigger really said Tiger Claw, bro, and absolutely eviscerated Wizard Arrow once again. That round was awesome, guys, but of course it's time to move on to Hellscythe versus Dragoon. Rest in peace, Dragoon, guys. Yeah, that round was awesome. So the win goes to our Hellscythe. Of course, we're going to be doing that again. Hopefully, our Dragoon gets a knockout this time around, but that does seem kind of unlikely. Holy shit, guys, there's absolutely no way. Nah, bro, that was a real life special move. Like, Dragoon really used all of its strength for one last second miracle victory knockout. That was absolutely insane, people. But of course, it's time to move on to our next challenger for today's video. So yeah, we have Dranzer MS right here versus Drancel. That was sick. That was absolutely insane, people. A double knockout from our Drancel and Dranzer MS right there. But it's time for our second round. Let's go. So these baits are making some insane contacts and Drancel gets the knockout. Yeah, fair enough, guys. This matchup is absolutely awesome. So of course, we're going to be doing this matchup a few more times. So it's time to move on to round 3, people. Let's go. Hey, yo, what the hell? That hit was crazy and a double knockout. Hey, guys, you're not fair enough. This was the perfect way to end this matchup because both of these baits are freaking awesome, guys. But of course, it's time to move on to our next matchup. So next up, we have Dragoon MS versus Drancel. God damn, bro. Yeah, Dragoon MS just hit Drancel with the Evolution Storm. That was absolutely brutal, people. Yeah, Dragoon MS is going to be a menace in the stadium primarily because of the grip flap tip. You know, it's rubber. That means enhanced grip in the stadium, plus the insane recoil on the attack ring. So rubber attack tip plus high recoil attack ring equals Dragoon, sweet people. So it's time to move on to our next round. And yep, Drancel is dead. Drancel is dead, people. So that's 2 KOs in a row from our Dragoon MS, people. Can we get 3 KOs in a row? Let's see. But then again, I do kind of want Drancel to win, man, because I really do like Drancel already. Yep, so it's time to move on to round 3. Let's go, people. Bro, bro, what the hell, guys? Dragoon MS really just KO'd Drancel for the 3rd time in a row. Am I seeing this correctly, guys? What the hell? Alright guys, fair enough man. This matchup has been absolutely insane. That's why we have to use the BB10 Stadium. The BB10 Stadium goes crazy. But yes guys, next up we have our Dranzer MS versus Hellscythe. That's what I'm talking about, people. Dranzer MS to this day is just too freaking awesome, guys. What an absolutely insane knockout. But yes, people, it's time to move on to our next segment in today's video. So next up, we have all the same matchups, but in our Tornado Attack Stadium. Naturally, we have our Knight Shield right here versus Draciel MS. Let's go, people. Rest in peace, Draciel MS. So coming up next, guys, we have our Drigger MS versus Wizard Arrow. Hey yo, I did not see that coming at all, people. Fair enough, guys. So Wizard Arrow takes a victory right there. So of course it's time to move on to our next matchup. So we have Dragoon versus Hellscythe. Bruh, fair enough, people. So Dragoon is down. So it's time to move on to our Dranzer MS. So next up we have Dranzer MS versus Hellscythe. Hey yo, what the hell? Dranzer MS just landed on Hellscythe and knocked it out. That was absolutely crazy, people. Like, WTF. But of course, it's time to move on to our next matchup. So next up, guys, we have Draciel versus Dragoon MS. Yep, rest in peace, Draciel. That knockout was brutal, people. But of course, that ends our third segment in today's video. But that means it's time to move on to our fourth segment. So next up, once again, the same matchups, but in the Burst Pro Series Stadium. Let's go, dudes. Yep, and it seems like Draciel is about to win, and Draciel wins. Fair enough, dude. So that does conclude our fourth segment in today's video. But today's video is not done yet, guys, so it's time to move on to our fifth segment. So yes, guys, we are back in the Beyblade X Stadium. And next up, we have our Draciel MS versus Knight Shield. Let's go, people. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, that was absolutely insane. So it was a double knockout, but Knight Shield also burst at the same time. That was sick, dudes. But it's time to move on to round two. Let's go. Nah, bro, take a good look at that counter. That counter was absolutely insane, bro. Now, for real, guys, this counter is slow-mo. This is amazing, guys. But of course, we're going to continue this video. Hopefully, our Draciel MS wins, but it's looking like Knight Shield will probably win. Yep, and it seems like Drigger MS is on low stamina and is about to lose any second now. And yep, fair enough, guys. So Wizard Arrow wins and Drigger MS is down. Awesome, dude. So it's time to move on to our next matchup. So next up, we have Dragoon versus Hellscythe. Bruh, what the hell, guys? What the hell, man? What an absolutely awesome burst finish right there. But yes, people, it's time to move on to our next round. Hopefully, Strategy will continue to win. But nah, guys, that round was absolutely insane. Wait a minute, hold on, bro. What the hell? What the hell, guys? Did Hellscythe just body slam Dragoon? That was absolutely mental. But it's time to move on to our next matchup, people. So next up, we have our Dranzer MS versus Draciel. Let's go, people. Nah, that was clean. That was clean. Look at the way Draciel slapped Dranzer once, used a ridge, came back down again, slapped Dranzer twice. That knockout was absolutely crazy, people. But yes, it's time to move on to our next round. Let's go. Nah, what the hell? What the hell, people? That was sick. Nah, that was absolutely insane. A double knockout and Draciel burst, guys. Nah, seriously, people, this was the perfect way to end this matchup. Nah, for real, that was absolutely crazy. But of course, next up, we have our Dragoon MS right here versus Draciel. That was sick. That was absolutely awesome, guys. But of course, it's time to move on to our next matchup. So next up, we have our Dragoon MSUV versus Draciel. Yikes, that was brutal. What the hell, man? Draciel did not need to do Dragoon GT like that. That knockout was vicious, brutal, like what the hell? But yes, people, that does conclude today's video. And of course, today's video was absolutely crazy. We had Bakuten shoot Beyblade, the Blade Breakers versus Beyblade X T-Persona. Today's video was absolutely awesome, guys. 20 years of Beyblade. Just watching them go head to head was absolutely amazing to record, guys. So as always, man, I truly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And of course, don't forget to smash that like button down below if you enjoyed today's video, because today's video, like I said, guys, this video was bonkers and amazing to record. So once again, I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're not subscribed yet, then you guys already know what to do. Smash that subscribe button as well. Right, yes, one more thing, guys. Of course, I'm going to be doing my combo challenge for Beyblade X this Saturday, hopefully. So that should be coming out on Saturday. I should be doing my Night Shield versus all the Leon Bays as well sometime this week. If not this week, then definitely next week. But yeah, guys, we have some awesome content coming soon. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.